Hey everyone. Well, welcome to our Friday Tuning Element Live. We're great and excited to be with you here. And my name is Christopher. I'm here with,
I'm Azra.
and we want to talk to you a little bit about tuning element. So some of you might see this video and never heard about tuning element, or the fact that you can actually support your body's health and wellness using simply frequencies. No drugs, no chemicals, no herbs, and no side effects. And so this is a pretty big thing. Now, if you've heard about tuning element before, wonderful. Stick around so you can hear a little bit of how we explain it to people for the first time, because it is a revolutionary health and wellness support. It works. It's been medically and scientifically validated. We've been doing this for 16 years, and we have some great things to share with you.
Yeah, I think a lot of the things is most people don't even know what frequencies are. They think of maybe it's a radio. Like, do you have radios in your jewelry? Or what does that mean when you use this kind of technology to help support my body? Could you explain that to us, Christopher?
Yeah, and that's a great question because we really don't speak in these terms at all. And so we think of more of like the biology and the chemicals in the body. But you think about it, when you go to the doctor's office or the hospital, they use the electricity in your body that's already existing in your body as a way to measure your heart, your brain, what's happening in different systems. And so what we do is we simply just tap into your body's electric system. And the way we do that is we send frequency signals at specific levels that respond to your cells. And so if you have a cell in your body, maybe it's a muscle cell or a cell in your heart or your liver, and it's not performing well, then what happens is the energy slows down, its ability to produce electricity reduces. It also has a frequency that's its normal frequency when it's healthy, that reduces. And so what we do is we tap into the laws of physics to encourage that cell to function better. Through sympathetic resonance, we use that to raise the cell back up to its normal operating level, and it begins to function better by taking in water, oxygen from the bloodstream, and getting rid of byproducts faster. So it's pretty neat because we can target different types of support into the body in different areas using this frequency technology.
Well, that's actually really interesting. It kind of just sounds like you had mentioned at the hospital that they already use types of machines that measure your energy. And is energy and frequency kind of go hand in hand?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And it really is. And you know, it just like when you go to the hospital, they might measure your body using an EKG machine to see what's happening with your body, or an EEG machine to see what's happening in your brain. Because we know that, hey, we've all seen the medical shows, we've all seen the different programs where they have the EKG machine and the line goes up with the heartbeats, and or when they're measuring brain activity to see, is this person who's maybe knocked out, are they thinking, is there activity there? And they'll show the EEG machine showing that there is brainwave activity in the body. And so what that means is there's electrical impulses that are put off by these systems with the activity in them. And when you learn more about the body, you realize the body is just not chemical, it's electric and chemical. And that's where really tuning element comes in. We're dealing with the electric side of the body on the very smallest platform, and that's in the subatomic level, at the cellular level.
I think that's really interesting because I think majority of us have an idea.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
The biology of the body, you're there at work.
I think majorities have this idea that, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. They're reading energy in your body, but then corresponding, you see those lines, you see those beeps, up and down is a good sign, flat is a bad sign, and they use electricity to bring people back to life and all those types of things. But to connect it with what we're doing, I think that's really good that we're bringing that to light, because it is true. There's machines out there that measure the energy in your body. Well, what does that mean? That just means your body is energetic. So no longer is it just physical. Now you have this whole other aspect to it, and that's where tuning element comes into play.
It really is. And that's the fun thing, is because when you think about like those machines in hospitals, they're using the electric side of the body to read what's happening on the inside without basically opening you up to take a look. So they can read what's happening by those electric signals with that sensitive equipment. And then they use, like you said, hey, if someone's heart stops, they use like the defibrillators and they shock them with electricity to get them going again. Well, we're kind of in between. So we actually have products that we're not waiting until a person has no electricity in their body to shock them. We're going to use the existing electricity that's already in your body. And so when you put on a tuning element product, we have tuning element frequencies already embedded in this product, just like a microchip. So when it goes on your skin, the existing electricity in your body acts like an amplifier and a capacitor. And so your cells that are tuned to those specific frequencies, they know how to decode that information, and it helps them to actually produce more activity in the cells. And so Dr. Serba, our head of research and development, has talked about how it helps to increase the mitochondria in cells. So it helps with ATP production, it helps with DNA, with RNA, these different types of things. And so it's really exciting because across the spectrum of health and wellness, you could be doing wonderful things for your body with nutrition, with maybe physical activity, getting in the right amount of exercise, and maybe you're drinking the best water that you can get your hands on. That's wonderful, but there's still this really huge category that goes unsupported, and that's the energetic side of your body. And so that's where tuning element comes in, and that's why I think it makes such a big difference when people start using our products, that they see such wonderful changes, because there's a big bombardment that you're under in this world from dissonant frequencies or frequencies that are not supporting your body. And so when you actually put tuning element, it makes such a big difference.
I think that's huge. If you think about it, even just like if you see you have a computer or a phone and it's low on battery, sometimes you may notice that it starts to lag, it starts to load slower. I think that's a great representation of our body as well. It's like when your body is low energetically, you're not functioning and you're not outputting the right amount of output, the healthy amount that you should be. And so what we see commonly is so many of our people that come into our stores or try our products, they're not functioning at their optimal self. And within 20, 30 minutes with just wearing a tuning element product, they see drastic day and night differences, whether it be mobility, whether that be energy, whether it be things, endurance, or even focus, things along those lines. They see a big improvement in just a few minutes because, first of all, energy, is it quick or slow?
It's fast.
I think a good analogy for me, I always tell people, is when you turn on a light switch, how long does it take for that light to turn on? There's no lag. It's instant. You turn it off, you turn it off, or you turn it on, you turn it off. And so I think just think of that exactly the way tuning element products work as well. Is as soon as it touches the skin, immediately it's starting to work. It's energetic. Your body responds to it so quickly. So even just like a few tests we do sometimes just to show how fast it works is we'll do a mobility test, and instantly you'll be able to test your body with and without a tuning element product, and you have more mobility. And some people are like, okay, that's not as cool. Maybe we'll do a balance test on you. You can do a balance test. You can do an endurance test. We'll have people that show off their strength.
Yep.
They'll do something, let's say one certain type of exercise. Let's take example, push-ups. They'll do a certain amount, and then we'll put a product on them, and then immediately they can do more. So they're testing their own body, and then they're able to see that in live time. Another great example is pain. We'll see people, that's the biggest thing we see with tuning element, because 99% of people are living with some sort of pain. And so we'll see a difference where it's measurable. You can see it reduces maybe by half, or some people completely goes away within a few minutes of wearing the product.
That's a good point, because that's the number one reason why people go to the doctors is because of pain.
It is. And so we help that area, and we don't have any negative side effects.
That's really important too, because with people taking pain medication, the medication over time can have a really bad impact on the stomach, on digestion, and other types of issues. It can compound issues. It can bring on new issues. And so, pain medication can be a really viable thing for people, really necessary thing. But you have to be careful with it. You have to try not to use as much as possible, because you don't want those side effects. And especially if you're dealing with pain on a regular basis, trying out tuning element that's a side effect-free product is an amazing way to help support your pain management. It is a great thing to add to your overall strategy for mitigating pain.
Yeah, it is really huge, and it's easy. I think that is one of the reasons why people really do try it out, because they can see results in real time, and then they realize, I don't have to remember to take it off or to put it on or to do this thing with it or charge it or something like that. No, all we recommend is you put it on and you keep it on. That's it. And so with 24-hour wear, you're getting that 24-hour support. And there you'll see the difference in your body. Your body will speak to you. You'll see the difference. You'll wake up more energized. You'll sleep better. You'll have better mobility. You know, people, small things and large things, small things like they can stand up for long periods of time.
Mhm.
They can walk long periods of time. They don't have discomfort. And things that would cause discomfort that they noticed in their body doesn't anymore. And so it's really amazing to see. We'll see inflammation too as well to reduce just because your body is functioning better.
Yeah.
I think the thing here is Tuning Element isn't a magic product. No, we don't claim to heal anything, or we're not some crazy little bracelet or necklace. What we do is we help support the body do what it's naturally supposed to do. It's naturally supposed to
Yeah.
self-heal. And so with different things, whether it be aging, disease, or just environmental stressors, your body's not always able to do that correctly or efficiently. And so we help by allowing your body to support itself naturally, and we see things happen naturally. And so you'll see that really quickly. So that's a really exciting thing about Tuning Element.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that too, that it's not magic and it's not some sort of placebo that you have to think about, because no one believes it works, for the most part, because no one really has a background in frequencies. There's very few that you come across people that do have a background, including physicians and doctors and things like that. And I actually asked Dr. Serba once, why is that?
Mhm.
Why don't more doctors and more medical professionals understand how beneficial frequencies can support the body? And the fact of the matter is he knows best because he's taught medical school for 25 years. And he says it's just not taught in the curriculum in medical school. It's well beyond the basic physics that's taught there. And so, but people read about cutting edge technologies today in scientific and medical journals. And that's where Tuning Element is currently. One day we will be in the medical books, but for now, it's really interesting because you kind of think about it, and it sounds weird because maybe people have seen like magnetic bracelets or copper bracelets, and these things can work for a short period of time for some people in some respect, but they don't have nearly what Tuning Element is. It's a completely different technology. This is something that the body has to respond to because it's a very direct support, where those things are not. And in fact, even just the idea of people going, well, how can jewelry help you? Well, this jewelry is a container for the frequency. It simply holds it, just like your microchip in your phone or your thumb drive. The outside is just a container for the information that's actually on the silica metal that's on the inside of the drive. And it's not that far-fetched, because we think about it today, and we think about, well, we have cell phones today, and I could just put this on top of a charger and it can simply just be charged. We're speaking to you through a laptop that's wirelessly connected to the internet and somehow getting to you, and we're in your living room or on your phone right now talking to you. So you really think about it, it's like, gosh, I see this technology in other ways. I see data moving through the air. I can watch hundreds of hours of streaming services, movies, and content on my phone and never be plugged directly into something. And so we think about decades ago, the wonderful little box that makes your food warm called a microwave somehow did it. And you don't know how, but you put it in there, you put a timer on, and it warms it up and it's ready to go. So there's all these different technologies around us that we just take for granted because they've been around us since we could remember. But Tuning Element is different because we've coming on the scene in the last 16 years. And so you seem different, but when you start to think about it, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of technology out there that's very similar to this. And that's where really the unique thing happened with Tuning Element is the founder, Sean Martinez, and his science team developed a wireless wearable product that supports your body using data information permanently stored in metal. And those were the early breakthroughs, and they've built on those over the years. And that's why we have water bottles that you can structure the water, put frequencies in the water, and drink that water inside and get that frequency support inside your body as well. So if that sounds wild to you, well, hold on to your hat, because you need to taste that water to see how good it tastes, how different it is. And because you could physically see the texture on your tongue is different with Tuning Element water versus regular water.
Yeah, and I think he was also, you were just referencing, like, there's other products that do frequency technology. So we didn't create this, did we?
No, in fact, when you talk to Dr. Serbu about the history of frequency support, it goes back to the 1790s. I mean, there was machines back then that in the 1800s, they estimate about 10,000 American physicians were using a device called the electric hand. It was a box that put a current through it, and the doctor would put his hand on this box to get that light current, and then he would touch his patient in different areas to deliver that current to them to get support to help get their cells working again and help to provide some sort of pain relief. And so and today, you know, people have they'll play frequencies online. They'll buy, you know, $10,000 frequency devices to try to do these types of things. And you kind of have to make it your hobby, because there's a huge learning curve to try to figure out how to do this stuff. But that's really another unique thing about Tuning Element is we make it easy for you. We have different levels of support that tells you how to do it. And we also provide a product that's safe to use 24 hours a day. So you're actually getting the support 24 hours a day, and you can't do that with machines. Because I can swim in this, I can take a shower with this, I can sleep with this, and I'm getting support around the clock. And that's really important because you want frequency support going through your sleep and going through your different cycles during the day.
So what you're telling me is this sounds like a way less cost than these other machines, these other therapies, the other things that are out on the market.
Yeah.
And it's easier and it's safer.
Yeah, in fact, it's so affordable that when we've broken down the prices compared to like maybe creams and other things you can buy over the counter, that you actually save money with Tuning Element. And it doesn't take very long too, because Tuning Element, we guarantee our frequencies in our product that they'll stay in the product for life. And so as long as you have a Tuning Element product, it doesn't need to be recharged. It doesn't need to be changed or fixed in the way of getting those frequencies to stay at the same strength. That's been guaranteed for life. And in fact, we've had customers come back to us and say, hey, I'm still wearing it, still working. And they've had it for 8 years and they're excited. And it's kind of fun they get to show us that, because you know, it's just another neat thing about the Tuning Elements products. But yeah, you know, it's a one-time purchase with a lifetime of results.
Wow. Well, that's huge. What's on your neck? I see something.
Oh, thank you for asking. I am sporting and wearing a Be Well necklace. And so it has a little green Tuning Element medallion. This necklace is really cool. This necklace came from the Be Well frequency patch set of frequencies. It was so popular as a patch, they made this frequency set for a necklace. Now, what this does, it helps behavioral wellness. This is our only product that's focused on behavioral wellness. And it's been shown clinically to help with memory, with focus, with tics, anger, with a number of different things. And it was actually a peer-reviewed study that was published with pediatric patients. Now, so it helps people with ADHD, ADD, dyslexia, autism. Yes, I said autism. That's a big buzzword, especially for people who are concerned about it. And it's not coming just from me. I'm actually sharing this from a study that came out of the Journal of Medical Data about Tuning Element. And so it is a neat product. It gives a great amount of support. And if you don't have any sort of like behavioral issues that you're concerned about, but you simply want maybe better memory, better focus, some less stress, it's a great product for that. Because what they're doing is with these frequencies, they're actually tuning the brain and the digestive system. So you're getting the brain-gut connection actually tuned and supported. And so that makes a huge difference on your emotional side. And it gives you the chance to emotionally process things a little bit better, give you some more time to kind of be introspective before you respond to things. So that's what this is. This necklace comes in a 20-inch and a 23-inch. I'm wearing the 20-inch, and it's a really neat thing. It's adjustable, has an adjustable side to it where I could pull it up and down there. And so, yeah, and this also comes in a patch form. So if someone wants a Be Well patch, you can try out the frequencies, blend the same way with that, because it's the exact same frequencies in the necklace and also in the patch.
I noticed this is a great product for if you already have a Tuning Element product. I know a lot of stuff we've been talking, like it sounds like for people that don't know who Tuning Element, but if you already have one and you haven't tried the Be Well line, this is a great add-on product. Everyone has stress. Everyone deals with moods and feelings. and focus from every day, from different things that happen in your life, even from your diet, things that you can't control. This is a great product for an added piece. So it comes in a necklace form, like Krista was saying, and you wear it, and you can wear it with your other pieces as well. And so this one, it really is a game changer. And sometimes people even start with the Be Well necklace before any of our smart jewelry pieces, just because this is such a unique piece in itself. We have children that wear all the way up to people that are older that even say it helps with their memory. It helps with their day-to-day function, just because if your mind's not clear, well, then you're not having a really great day. So this is a great add-on piece. It's safe for all ages as well. And so kids can even wear it. And that's huge.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's a neat piece. It's made out of surgical stainless steel. So it's going to be safe for your body. You're not going to have any sort of issues with the metal interacting with your skin. And you just wear it 24 hours a day.
Yeah. And so I know the patch line also, it's green and it goes on the body. We have a lot of people that subscribe to our monthly patches, just because this one is unique. If you have someone that doesn't like to wear, let's say they have sensory issues, they don't like to wear jewelry, then the patch line is what I would recommend for them. Or if you're wanting to try it out, that is a great way to try out the Be Well line. And so if you know someone with ADD, ADHD, that is such a buzzword right now as well, just because so many people deal with these issues. And so focus is huge. If you can't focus, you can't get your work done, you can't get your schoolwork done, you're not doing the things that you should be doing, which adds more stress to the body because you're constantly being behind. And so this is a key piece. Try it out for yourself and see what results you'll see. Because again, it's all about that untapped potential. You think you're performing at, what's a good level, but then you do something more and you're like, wow, I could do more. I think that happens a lot of times if you're someone that exercises. They say that when you reach what you think is your end all max, apparently you're only at 40% and you have 60% more in you. So that's our challenge to everyone watching today. Realize that you have much more potential in you, and with different added steps, you can reach that. Whether it be you start exercising more, start walking more, add in a tuning element product, drink more water, you can see extra benefits in your day-to-day life. And with us, there is no negative side effects. So you're not losing something while gaining something else.
Yeah, absolutely. That's well said. So, and that's the neat thing about any of our products, whether it be on the need for, if you're looking for something to help with your pain management, something for behavior, something with sleep, or hormonal support, is, sometimes people just don't know how well their body can perform because they've never had the frequency support on the energetic side of their body. And so it's really neat because you might feel like you've gone back 10 years in health and feel like you're a lot younger just from trying a tuning element on them, because maybe you've never seen what your body can do with this type of support.
And you may sometimes just forget. Maybe it's been so long and you've had these issues for so long and everyone's already told you it's kind of too late or it's a chronic issue. Well, I would say don't give up yet, because we've seen things, we've heard things, we've seen things. And people that have given up and they suddenly stumble across tuning element, whether they come across a store or someone recommended to them. We have some crazy stories. People just meet a random stranger and lend them something for a few minutes. And finally they're like, oh my gosh, I haven't gotten relief in 20 some years and I just got it in a few minutes. So if that's you, if this is speaking to you, I would recommend trying out a tuning element product. And if you're still like questioning how this works, whether it works, if you want to do the investment, well, we also have a free sample on our website. And that's where 3 level 4 patches. We have 5 different levels in our pieces, and level 4 is our top level. That is our most popular level amongst customers. And so we'll get you 3 of those samples, and that comes in a patch. So it's a silicone-based patch, and it looks like a temporary tattoo, and it'll last on the skin 3 to 7 days. You wear that, you put it on the area of pain that you're having, and you let it do its work. You don't have to take it off. It will come off on its own, and you test it for yourself. Our most popular product, which is a level 4, and the patches itself is free. Just pay for shipping and handling, and that's $12, and you can try it out risk-free.
Yeah, and that's a great point because most of our customers, I mean, we see so many people, but most of our customers buy tuning element because it helps them support their pain management.
Yeah.
They have relief. Some people have complete relief. And the neat thing about that is we do see a lot of people that actually said, I've tried this, I've tried A, I've tried B, I've tried C, and I've given up. Or I've been told this is how life is going to be for you. And the reality is they're being told this by people that don't know about tuning element, that don't know that there's an energetic side of your body that you can support besides using defibrillator paddles. So, we do this. You put tuning element on, it doesn't shock you. It's comfortable. And the neat thing is you'll be surprised because it's a whole different thing when you experience it and use it.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I think we kind of went through everything.
Now you know how to talk about tuning element. Yeah.
We encompassed it all. If you're new, if you already have a piece, we encourage you to always experiment with your body with the new products we have. So if you already have a level 3, a level 4, a level 1, well, try AquaTune. See how much more benefit you can. This is all to support yourself.
Yeah.
We see that when customers have a smart jewelry piece and then they pair it with an AquaTune, how much more percentage of benefit do they get?
They get 20% more benefits.
And that's huge. And so water is a conductor, and with using the highly structured water from our AquaTunes, you get 20% more benefit. So with that alone, or even try out a sleep necklace. A sleep necklace, it enhances your sleep. If you're already getting good sleep, why not get better sleep? Because sleep is going to, it's the culprit for your next day. So if you want a good tomorrow, you better sleep good tonight because tomorrow started today. So we see people that haven't been able to sleep soundly through the night are able to finally get a good night's rest. And so we even have a sleep trial on our website. You can try that out risk-free. It's $10 to try it out, and you get to try it out for 6 nights. And if you love it, you can keep it. We'll charge your card for the remaining. If you're like, this is not for me, that is fine. Send it back to us, and that's it. There's no loss for you. Or we have patch lines. If you want to try our most highest level, we have a level 5 product that covers all the systems of the body. Think of it, it's a very detailed program in this patch. And so when you try that out, you'll notice you get better results from whatever issues that you may be feeling. You'll feel more energy, more mobility. All those things are enhanced because it's just a more encompassing technology. What else do we got? We have pet products.
Yeah, pet products. That's a lot of fun too, because pets can't read your marketing. They can't see your signs. They don't understand how much you say it works. It just has to work for them, and it does. We do wonderful. In fact, we've done a lot of business in the horse industry, working with horses, helping people rehabilitate horses as far as that might have limps and other issues, pain, through using these supportive products. We had people use them in competition, but also we have products for dogs and cats and for your pets. And so we see that too. It's a lot of fun because it's, they wear it. They don't know the difference. They don't know it's supposed to help them. But when you see, obviously, that they're walking better, they're performing better, dogs start to act more puppyish because they have more energy again. It's a lot of fun. So we have lots of testimonies. In fact, we have one of the nation's top dog breeders that uses tuning element. And so we have plenty of stories of how tuning element has helped animals too. So that's a lot of fun. And a lot of our customers, they end up seeing what it does for themselves, and naturally they want to buy it for their animals too.
Yeah. And so there's really something for everyone of all ages. We have products for all ages. We have patches for all ages. We have products for pets for all ages. So they can be a baby. I had a litter of puppies last year, and we patched them all up because we wanted them to grow up healthy. So they really are safe for all. And we do have studies to prove that. And so if that is your concern, we have that readily available on our website, and you won't see any negative side effects while using this. So if anyone has any questions, please leave them down below while we end today's live. We're here every Friday. So check in with us, watch our lives, watch them while we're on live, or watch them after on live. And you can still leave a comment or tag someone that you know, or tell us where you're watching from. That would be great. We'd love to see where everyone is coming from. But anything else you'd like to add?
I think that's great. Go on our website, get some sample patches, give it a try. You've been informed. You have the information now, and you have resources to reach out if you have questions. Otherwise, there's no more reasons to live in pain. And if we can help you in any way to try out the products, we certainly will. But the neat thing is, until you try Tuning Element, you have not done everything that you can do to help your body live at its best condition.
Yeah, and that's a bold statement, but we stand by that. We've seen it and we know that to be true. So if today's the day, click on the link in the description. We have the free sample link is there as well. Also to the Be Well and some of our added supported products, or just go straight over to tuningelement.com and all of our product lines are on there. You can see from level 1 through 5 through Aquatunes, pet lines, all of that. We also have a storefront here in Branson, Missouri that's open this weekend. And so that is at the Graham Village in Branson, Missouri. And Monday through Friday, our corporate office is open as well. That's also in Branson, Missouri on 248. So our numbers also and emails also on the bottom of the screen that you can see. And so we're just here to help you. And we care about you and we want you to get better. And so be someone that changes, and it can start as soon as now. So give us a call at 417-973-0000, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.